Welcome back, Rampagers! Today, we're diving into the chaotic world of Realm Rampage to answer the age-old question, who's the ultimate powerhouse in the game? We all know that picking the right character can make or break your experience, especially when you're facing off in intense PvP combat. Some characters are just downright OP if you know how to play them right, while others, well, let's just say they might need a little more love from the devs. So, if you're tired of getting crushed or just want to level up your game, you're in the right place. In this video, we're ranking every character in Realm Rampage from the absolute best to the ones that might just be better off on the bench. Stick around because by the end of this, you'll know exactly who to main and who to avoid like a bad loot drop. Let's jump right into it. I'm quickly moving on to the video and I'm ranking characters in Realm Rampage. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of tier list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching!
A very small portion of the audience is subscribed to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe if you like these types of videos. Thanks.
The characters in this tier are in order from top left to bottom right: Menacing Vampire and Ghost Shinobi. Alright, let's dive into Menacing Vampire in Realm Rampage. Now, this character might catch your eye with all those flashy moves, but when it comes to actual gameplay, he's more bark than bite. On paper, his abilities sound like they could wreak havoc, but when you try them out in a real fight, they just don't pack the punch you'd expect. First up, we've got the Stand Rush and Stand Beatdown. These moves look cool, but they're both close range, which is a major downside. If you're up against an enemy who knows how to keep their distance, you're going to have a tough time getting close enough to land those hits. You might think, hey, no problem, I'll just use the knife throw to close the gap. Well, not so fast. The knife throw is super linear and easy to dodge, making it less effective than it should be. Then there's Stringy Eyes, which is supposed to add some range to your attacks, but here's the thing. It's just not strong enough to make a big difference. You might get a hit or two, but it's not going to turn the tide of battle in your favor. It's like bringing a water pistol to a flamethrower fight. And while Menacing Vampire has some ultimate moves like Kick Barrage and Road Roller, they still don't quite make up for the character's overall shortcomings, so if you're thinking about picking Menacing Vampire in Realm Rampage, just be prepared. He might look like a powerhouse, but he struggles to keep up with the competition, especially when you're up against foes who can stay out of reach. It's a bit of a shame really. He's got the potential to be awesome, but right now he's just not cutting it. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Earth's Warrior. Alright, so let's talk about Earth's Warrior in Realm Rampage. If you're thinking, oh, it's basically Goku, it's gotta be amazing. Well, you might want to pump the brakes a bit. Don't get me wrong, the moveset sounds killer on paper, Kamehameha, Spirit Bomb, all the hits, but when you actually get into the gameplay, it's a different story. The attack speed? Slow. The cooldowns way too long. It's like waiting for a Spirit Bomb to charge, but without the epic payoff. You're better off focusing on other characters if you're looking to dominate the battlefield. Now, let's break down some of those moves. The Kamehameha is solid, but it's close range, so you've gotta get up in your opponent's face, which isn't ideal with Earth's Warrior's sluggish attack speed. The Meteor combination and Meteor Smash sound epic, but the long cooldowns mean you're left hanging in between attacks. And don't get me started on the ultimate abilities. Sure, they're flashy, but in the heat of battle you need something that's quick and reliable. Earth's Warrior just doesn't deliver that punch. So unless you're a diehard fan of the character, I'd say steer clear and save your energy for some of the more efficient fighters in the game. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Doman and Soul Warrior. Let's dive into some of the A-tier characters in Realm Rampage, starting with the Doman. Now this guy is an absolute beast when it comes to dishing out close and medium range damage. One of the standout moves here is Trident Drill, a vicious close range drilling attack that'll leave your enemies spinning. and just when they think they've got a breather, you hit them with Power Mochi, a doughy strike that works wonders at both close and medium distances. But wait, there's more. The Trident Lance slices up enemies like they're nothing, and when you're ready to finish them off, you've got a suite of ultimates. From sending them flying with Eruption Mochi to pulling off a flashy buzzcut Mochi with an exclusive cutscene, it's like a highlight reel of devastation. And don't even get me started on Conqueror's Haki, channeling that spiritual energy for a killer blow. Absolutely satisfying. And then there's Chestnut Mochi, portals opening up to rain down projectiles. It's like a fireworks show, but you know, deadly. Now, if Doughman isn't your style and you're looking for something a bit different, say hello to the Soul Warrior. This character is like a dream come true if you want to slice through your enemies with finesse. The Getsuga Tenshu is your go-to move, dealing damage in a clean single line. It's simple, it's efficient, and it's deadly. But don't sleep on Piercing Blow. This one lets you pierce your sword into an opponent while moving, which is as brutal as it sounds. And for those who love a bit of flair, the Getsuga Slash is a jumping attack that adds a nice vertical slice to your repertoire. But the real star of the show is the Shunpo Slice. This heavy combo strike not only punishes your opponents but leaves them stunned and questioning their life choices. And to top it all off, Soul Warrior has a special move that initiates a flash step, giving you that extra burst of movement to keep your enemies on their toes. Both of these characters bring something unique to the table, but what really makes them A-tier material is their versatility and raw power. Whether you're drilling through foes with Doughman or slicing and dicing with Soul Warrior, these two are guaranteed to bring the pain. They've got the moves, they've got the style, and they've definitely got the damage output to back it all up. If you're looking to dominate in Realm Rampage, you can't go wrong with either of these characters. And hey, if you're having fun with these A-tier legends, let me know which one's your favorite. Whether you're all about that doughy destruction with Doughman or prefer the slick swordplay of Soul Warrior, drop a comment and share your epic moments in the game. I can't wait to hear about the chaos you're causing out there. The characters in this tier are in order from top left to bottom right: Shadow, Monarch, and Disgraced One. Alright, let's dive into some of the absolute powerhouses in Realm Rampage. First up, we've got the Shadow Monarch. Now, if you're looking for a character that can completely dominate in close-range combat, this is your guy. The Shadow Blasted Storm move is an absolute beast. It's like watching a blender go wild with dual daggers, slicing through anyone unfortunate enough to be within reach. Then there's the Shadow Vanish move, which is perfect for those moments when you need to pull a sneaky escape or reposition yourself to keep the pressure on. And don't even get me started on the domain of the Monarch ultimate. If you want to feel like you're playing as Sung Jin-woo himself, this move turns the battlefield into a dark, devastating domain that will have your enemies scrambling for cover. It's like stepping into your own personal dark fantasy where you reign supreme. Now, if you're more into defense and playing a bit of mind games with your opponents, let me introduce you to the Disgraced One. This character is heavily inspired by Ryomen's Sukuna, and it shows. The Disgraced One is all about controlling the battlefield with some seriously impressive defensive moves. The Raging Pummel is a personal favorite. It's so satisfying to grab an enemy and just hurl them away like yesterday's trash, and if you're feeling cornered, the Cleave Dance counterattack is a lifesaver, letting you slice up opponents who dare to get too close. Oh, and let's not forget the Domain Ultimate. If you've ever wanted to execute a JJK-style domain expansion, this is your chance. It's like you're summoning Sukuna's Malevolent Shrine right into the game, and trust me, the destruction that follows is nothing short of epic. Both of these characters bring something unique to the table, and honestly, it's hard to pick a favorite. The Shadow Monarch excels in brutal, up-close combat with a flair for the dramatic, especially with moves like Dragon's Breath and Dragon's Fear. Seriously, who doesn't want a dragon to just appear and start wrecking things? Meanwhile, the Disgraced One gives you that extra bit of strategic depth, especially with moves like the Explosive Fire Arrow or the Relentless Carving combination. These are the kind of ultimates that can turn the tide of battle in an instant, leaving your enemies wondering what just hit them. So whether you're in the mood to slash your way through enemies with lightning-fast dagger strikes, or you prefer to outsmart them with a mix of power and precision, these S-tier characters have got you covered. Both the Shadow Monarch and the Disgraced One bring some serious firepower to Realm Rampage, and mastering their moves will make you an unstoppable force on the battlefield. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe